All right, all right. What's good, y'all? Something in my beard. What's good? It's the intro song real quick. People come on in. I know. I know. I'm back again. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Some don't know the effects they have on others when everything that we do affects our younger brothers and sisters. To me, it seems that the facts have missed us. Who will be there to reach down and hug and kiss us? Frankly, the courage they there with needs to be discussed. Self-respect is a must. We need to tone down the lust, avoiding the fact that it provides a pleasant rush. But who in this world can you trust? The answer to that is yourself. Don't take what that man says off the bat. Pick that off the shelf. That don't mean not to trust. That means to take what he said.
Hold on, let me see. Come back and discuss. Let's change the world.
Let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights.
Is your channel BH?
Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world for the boys and the girls, because if we don't change it up, we're gonna make it in this world. We need to focus on the present and think.
I'm trying to type it in now.
If we keep it up like this, then that's gonna be our fucking name.
You gotta send a link. Hold on, let me see. Oh, I think I might have something. Hold on. You gotta yeah, it's a rapper named BH. You gotta send me one of your videos. Oh, BH. Okay, I got you. I got you. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders. I just subscribed, BH. We gotta change the world. I just subscribed, I got you. I got you. I got you. I appreciate everybody for tapping in, tuning in, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in and tuning in. Yeah, I got you, BH. I got you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem. You know I got you. You know, I'm not one of them bougie YouTubers who thinks I'm better than niggas. I'm not one of them. I'm one of them YouTubers who actually cares. I'm one of them YouTubers who actually watches. I fuck with my people who do their own thing, man, because I do my own thing. I support people who make their own content, man. Now, let's get to it. Tonight, I know I was on here earlier. I know I'm on YouTube a lot, y'all. But let me explain something to y'all. When you got something to say, you better say it. When you got something to say, you better say it, because let me show y'all something first. I had somebody who I fuck with sent me a video. They've sent me a little video on Facebook, and I'm gonna show you. Let me show y'all this. In Dubai, they're already living in the future. In Dubai, they're already living in the future. A lot of places are already doing things that we're gonna be doing in the near future, but we just haven't started yet because we ain't got there yet. It's a lot that has to be done before we get to the level where full automation and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. Grip. I gotta call my boy Grip. It's his birthday the other day. I gotta call him.
Oi, nah. Look what the police are moving in Dubai.
Look, let me show y'all something. In Dubai, they got Tesla bots riding around already with the Tesla in the Tesla cars as police officers. Let me repeat that again. I'm going to show you the future before I get to where we're at right now. I'm going to show you where we're going to be at in the very near future.
Fasten your seatbelt. Stop using your phone while driving. Oh my days, we are done. We're done. Oi, nah. Look what the police are moving in Dubai. Fasten your seatbelt. Stop using your phone while driving. Oh my days, we are done. We're done. Oi, nah. Look what the police are moving in Dubai. Fasten your seatbelt. Stop using your phone while driving. Oh my days, we are done.
They already got, and thank you, Shell, for that information. But they're already doing it. They already have your replacement. They already have our replacements in full effect. The thing about it is, I ain't take my allergy pill. Shit. The thing about it is, even though the future is going to be fully automated and all that, it can't run like that because right now there's too many people. Right now, humans were and are the abundant labor force and the abundant human force. Right now, the humans were the main labor force. Humans were the main protective force. Humans were the main ones doing all the dirty work, and humans were the main resource of Earth. But let me explain to y'all something. I'm about to show y'all something. In all kind of ways. See, everybody's waiting and looking for World War III. We're already in World War III. If y'all are thinking about what you're waiting on or possibly waiting on, and not us, because we don't want none of this. Real positive and progressive people don't want none of this. I'm just gonna keep it real. So people are looking for this quote unquote World War III, and they're looking for mass hysteria and all this. But I'm gonna say something to you. We're not getting World War III like that. It's not happening like that. It's actually happening on so many levels and fronts that if you actually don't pay attention, you won't even see it or understand it happening. We have right now, 5 days ago, the world was hit with Hurricane Helene. 5 days ago, the world was hit with Hurricane Helene. This hurricane wiped whole towns off the fucking map. Let me say it again. This Hurricane Helene wiped whole towns off the map. It didn't just come through and blow some signs down. It didn't just come through and blow a few houses over. It wiped out whole towns. I'm going to show y'all some videos. And see, this is why you got to look on internet for more than one aspect and more than one viewpoint and more than one angle. You can't just think you're going to find all your information on YouTube. You can't just think you're going to find out all your information on the news. You can't think you're going to find out your information in multiple places. In one place. You have to look everywhere. Hold up. Damn. I got allergies, boy. Hold up. Hold on, y'all. Let me start at this port shit. Let's go.
Concerned about the impact.
Let's
We're
go.
deeply concerned about the impact that a strike could have on our supply chains, especially when it comes to critical goods like medical supplies and others. If an agreement is not reached by later today, ports from Maine to Texas will face a strike of 47,000 workers, 4,500 of which are right here in the New York and New Jersey area, and the stakes are very high. The potential for disruption is significant. Now, we've not had an event like this in our port since 1977, and that lasted 12 days. We're deeply concerned about the impact that a strike could have on our supply chains, especially when it comes to critical goods like...
Let's go.
East and Gulf Coast ports are preparing for a shutdown as Labour talks stall before a contract deadline later on today.
What's good,
The
Techie?
International
What's good?
Longshoremen's Association will post an updated statement on Facebook. President Biden saying he won't intervene in the strike, telling reporters that resolving the dispute is a matter for collective bargaining. Bloomberg's Danny Berger joins us from a shipping port in Newark.
What'd he say? What they just say,
East
Biden?
and Gulf Coast
Listen,
ports
y'all.
are preparing for a shutdown as Labour talks stall before a contract deadline later on today. The International Longshoremen's Association will post an updated statement on Facebook. President Biden saying he won't intervene in any strike, telling reporters that resolving the dispute is a matter for collective bargaining. Bloomberg's Danny Berger joins us.
Hold up. That motherfucking Joe Biden, who's supposed to be the president of this country. This motherfucker Joe Biden, who's supposed to be the president of this country, said he's not going to intervene in the border shutdown. Not going to intervene in the port shutdown, the strike. If somebody doesn't intervene, or if they don't reach a deal, we're all going to be screwed. If you don't get products in your stores, if the trucks don't come in and deliver the food into your store, ports open in California, that's good. That's good. You know who is on the top of their game in California? They even have battery up. Well, that's good. But they're talking about the Southeast. So that's good. But let me explain to y'all something. Like I keep telling y'all, what I'm about to explain to y'all. We're being waged. War is being waged on us on multiple levels, on multiple fronts. This shit is actually coming in on multiple layers and levels on multiple fronts. It ain't no all out charge, boom, war going on. No. In certain small towns in America right now, you got the population being inundated by illegal immigrants. In certain towns right now in North Carolina, in certain places, the towns got wiped all the way off the fucking map. How? Explain this to me. How does North Carolina get the worst of a hurricane? In North Carolina, I'm on the coast of South Carolina. I'm on a beach. I live on a beach. I don't want to get struck by any more hurricanes. We get hit all the time. But let me explain something to you. How does a hurricane, which is supposedly a spinning storm, circular motion storm spinning off of a body of water, coming out of a body of water, right? How does that affect inland North Carolina, all those states surrounding North Carolina? How does it affect the inland more than it affected the coast? Make it make sense. And I seen how the storm went, but I also seen that same storm. It was doing its little rounds, It did a loop-de-loop. It went around up at the coast, and it went up around, and it went inside the land, and then it went around and back out the land. No hurricane ever has done that shit. And where blew my mind when I was watching the hurricane reports, and one of my coworkers showed me as well, the hurricane sat still over the same spot for 6 to 7 hours. Just like that last storm, I don't know which one it was. There was a storm a couple years back that sat over wasn't Puerto Rico. It was like one of the tropical islands. It sat over the islands for like 10 hours or some shit like that. Didn't move. Just inundated that land with wind and rain and storm front. How the fuck, if a storm is blowing at 150 miles an hour, 120 miles, 130 miles an hour, up to 160 miles an hour, how does it not move? How does something spin in a circle at 160 some miles an hour and don't move? Make it make sense. These storms that we're witnessing that y'all just got hit with, Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Helene was a geostorm. Hurricane Helene was not a natural fucking storm. There's no process. I mean, there's no storm naturally that goes from the ocean up the coast into the left inland and circles back out. It don't even work. It doesn't even happen. But let's go. Fuck what I'm saying.
Shipping port.
No.
Medical supplies.
Hold up. Let me see. Let's go.
The human tragedy caused by Hurricane Helene. More than 120 people. County Sheriff and the SBI are investigating after a man was found dead with a rope around his neck, sparking a lot of questions on the human tragedy caused by Hurricane Helene. More than 100 and
The tiny mountain town of Swannanoa is named for the river that runs through it, the same river that washed it away.
And this town is devastated, but everybody focuses on big cities. Not here. And we need help. We need food. And I know people are coming. I know they're coming, and I know God's got control. It really hurts to see such devastation.
The tiny mountain town of Swannanoa is named for the river that runs through it, the same river that washed it away.
And this town is...
This is Asheville, North Carolina. And look, the ports are gonna be open in California. The shutdown don't start until midnight. And I don't know about the California port, but this whole shutdown doesn't begin until midnight on October the 1st. So it ain't started yet. So be optimistic. Hopefully your optimism helps, but I'm gonna be honest.
Carolina, we're looking for motivated people to take online cybersecurity.
Hold on,
I want to share with
Here we
y'all
go.
some things you may not know about what's happening in the North Carolina mountains in the aftermath of Helene. Here's number one. If you have friends or family that are headed into the mountains or who live there, the looting has picked up major steam. I was advised yesterday by a county sheriff to make sure that anybody out and about is carrying, and in his words, carrying with the safety off. There are very aggressive people out there, and I'm just going to go ahead and say this. It's not because they're necessarily awful. They're desperate. Desperate people do desperate things, y'all. And why are they desperate? Because there's no water in some of these communities. We have neighbors in North Carolina with no water. And all I can say is this: the government ain't coming to save you. Not now, not ever, because they don't care about you, the people, anymore. It is the citizens who are going to have to step it up. Now, I got to tell y'all, I was floored yesterday by how my community, which is a little over an hour away from the affected areas, showed up at donation sites with water and diapers and formula and some liquid IV. I mean, y'all brought all kind of things: bleach, vinegar. You are ready to help, and we're going to take more donations today, and we're so grateful for everything, because I'm going to get it into the hands of actual volunteers. And I was asking people, like, why are you bringing it to me? Some of y'all don't even know me. And they said, well, we don't trust the relief organizations anymore. Y'all, we have lost our organizations to grifters. We have lost our organizations to liars. And so we have to rely on each other, because that's how this country was built. This country was built patriot by patriot. And I can tell you this, as a realtor, I know my realtors in the mountains, and I have talked to them, and they know the neighbors too. So I am getting your donations into hands that are going to get it into hands. And everybody that sent me dollars, I got teams of shoppers out, and I got receipts to prove it, because we are not grifters. We are neighbors. And the patriots that are in the mountains, if you see this, if your family sees this, hear me now. You are not forgotten by the rest of North Carolina. And if you are not in North Carolina, then there are ways that you can give. But can I just remind y'all of something? You cannot eat
I'm gonna put it on there.
You cannot drink money. So for those of y'all that thought money was your God, and by the way, that includes our freaking elected officials, it's not your God. Told my girlfriend this morning while we were talking about this during our run, I said, tell your children, she's got grown children, this is why you keep a stash of water on hand. This is why you keep a stash of food on hand. But for those of y'all that are not in affected areas, if you can take your donated items and send it to the mountains, then send it with a friend. Make sure you're sending truckloads so that we don't overload the roads, because our first responders are overwhelmed. By the way, thank you, Governor DeSantis, for doing more for North Carolina than North Carolina's governor has. I'm very grateful for your National Guard, because we have to help each other, y'all. And I'm going to tell you something. If you will share this with somebody who doesn't know what's happening in North Carolina, they need to know. They need to know that there are entire towns gone. Chimney Rock is gone. A beautiful town. Swannanoa, gone. Montreat, gone. Other towns damaged beyond repair. That means our geography has changed, our culture is at risk, but most importantly, our people, our generational people have lost their generational homes. This ain't about your granite countertops anymore. Listen, y'all, listen. Tell somebody how they can help. I am but one resource. There are people I know all over North and South Carolina that have been gathering up goods and trucks. Somebody as far away as Massachusetts putting a truck together. Let me know. I can connect you to where to take things. The Baptists are doing a great job out of Boone. Samaritan's Purse is on the ground. I trust those two organizations. I wish I had trust for more, because I don't trust this government, but I trust the people of North Carolina. Y'all, the biggest thing you can do, pray. Pray right now. Pray fervently that people will turn their hearts back to God, and pray for a hedge of protection around all those who have seen things they should never have to see. I'll tell you one more story before I hang up this video. I had a lady come to my donation site yesterday, and her grandson is 10 years old, living in the mountains with his mother, who works in a VA hospital. They're getting the kid out today to get him home, because they can finally get him out. And they're worried because he has seen things he should never have to see. When you have children that are seeing bodies on the ground and towns gone, we're going to have to answer for that one day, y'all. Please pray. Please do something. And for those of y'all that have already done something, I can't thank you enough. I want to share with.
Hold up. Let me show you. I seen that dude.
I want to share with y'all some things you may not know about. We'll continue to say this in North Carolina, where what's happened, the human tragedy caused urgent risk.
So I just got out of the water. We're up at the local emergency operations center. They have a Starlink set up, and water rescues are continuous. So the mud is insane here. the amount of bridges that are out, the amount of landlocked, stranded people is unbelievable. There's still plenty of people completely unaccounted for. Keep these locals in your prayers, because I've been doing this since 2013. I got some guys with me that have done it 30 years, and they've never seen anything like this. It's wild. My pictures and videos are nothing compared to seeing it in person. I don't even know how it's possible that it happened. But
you heard what he said? He said he don't even know how it's possible that it happened. Look, man.
You live in
Whole towns wiped out.
You live in North. I want to share with
Hold up.
The human tragedy caused by her. Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for.
Isis, this is the last
I think that's all I want to do on us.
when you see a
Hold on. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. The sad part about it is, man, oh, man. Y'all better,
And I hate to bring this to you this early Sunday morning, but a badly decomposed body just found here in Lauder.
yeah, I ain't even gonna do all that. I just,
County Sheriff and the
I think this is what
SDI
you're talking about.
After a man was found dead with a rope around his neck, sparking
This
a
you're talking
lot
about.
of questions on social media.
Okay, so here
You talking about
we know
that?
right now, 21-year-old Javion McGee was a truck driver from the Chicago area who was found in a rural
You talking about buddy right there? Because I mean,
With a rope around his neck, sparking.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Look, let me tell y'all something.
I want to share.
Hold on, let me hold on. There's supposedly bodies just popping up. Listen, let me tell y'all, this shit is bad. And I'm not gonna say what I think it is. I'm not. But what it appears to be, like I keep telling y'all, this is the acceleration of Agenda 2030. The acceleration of Agenda 2030. They have to get rid of 1/10 of the world's population by 2030. Y'all don't realize that shit? That is what their plan is, to get the world's population down to 1/10. So they're saying only 1 out of every 10 people on Earth will be alive by 2030, if their plan goes according to plan. And they're saying the world's population needs to be reduced because it's too many people. There's too much food. I mean, there's not enough food, and there's too many people, is what they're saying. And they're saying that, they have to, or the world's population should be reduced. And they talk about weather, and they talk about weather in there. They talk about food in there. They talk about all that shit, man. They talk about warfare in there in the Agenda 2030. It's being accelerated. We're actually witnessing this shit. We're actually witnessing it. And the sad part is, right now, it said those people in North Carolina, a lot of them don't even have cell phones. So they don't even have communication. That's why a lot of people, there's thousands of people missing right now. Thousands. If whole towns got missing, if towns got wiped off, you couldn't even imagine the devastation. Like, it's so messed up, man. to understand that there's a people who trying to reduce the world's population by any means possible. Like in Iran, they're just bombing them people. They're just bombing them in Lebanon, Iran, all them people. They're bombing the shit out of people right now. Ain't even no talking going on. So they're getting it that way. North Carolina getting it that way. Ports about to shut down. That'll be, listen, if they shut the ports down, no food, no water. What are you going to do? You didn't hear that white lady saying they ain't got no food? You didn't hear the desperation in her voice? And she's a good woman. And she's a good woman who has desperation. Imagine an able-bodied man who's in desperation. He's going to loot. He's going to plunder. He's going to pillage. There's people right now making Walking Dead missions. Right now, in America, in North Carolina, there's people doing Walking Dead missions. Going out to make a mission to get some food. This is a pure shutdown of humanity. This is messed the fuck up. And the worst part about it is, most people are so wrapped up in their ideologies and their belief systems and their thought process that they don't even understand what's going on. Yeah, the weather. I'm not going to show you weather modification because I showed it to y'all last week, 2 weeks ago, how they create weather. I'm not going to show you that. I ain't got to prove that. I ain't got to show you that the weather's modified and created. We know this. I ain't got to tell you about HARP, HARRP, the HARP project. And was that in the UK somewhere, in England somewhere? I forget exactly where it's at, Manchester or something. I forget where the fuck it's at. Then let's not talk about CERN. Let's not mention CERN. Let's not mention HARP. Let's not mention weather modification devices on the local front. Let's not mention spraying in the motherfucking air. Let's not mention aerosol can't. I just sprayed that on the camera and you don't see no motherfucking lingering line. Get out of here. I just sprayed aerosol mist on the camera and it didn't leave a lingering line. It actually dissipated right in my fucking eyes. Why do we get to see lingering line? Tic-tac-toe. What goes up must come down. That shit I just sprayed, it said Shameless V, you ain't playing, girl. This shit is it's facts. It's public information. This is facts. This ain't no motherfucking not no debate. This ain't no, oh, I gotta explain to y'all what that means. We know what that is. But to now see towns getting wiped off the map. Now to see whole fucking towns getting shut down. See, you remember when they did the whole nationwide alert alert system last year? You remember that everybody thought everybody's so crazy. We're on, Americans are such on edge. We thought that everything was, niggas thought shit was going to collapse then. We like, look, I'm so crazy. I put my phones in the motherfucking other room just to make sure, like, I heard them. Okay, it's going on. Some people went live during the event. Some people this and that. Like, I remember that shit. People thought it was going to be something dramatic. No, everything was put online. The system, the unification communication system was put online. The unification communication systems were put online and everybody was synced up on the same wave, the same time frame. Everybody who had a new current, recent device, it's online, put in. That's why these updates, that's what these updates are for. These constant updates, to keep everybody on the same accord. Everybody's on the same technological level. So when it's time, so when it's time to turn that light off, or when it's time to hit that different color light, and everybody's getting that at the same time, then they already know where you at. Everybody's accounted for. Apparatus for moving mass, water vapor, moving, climbing, mass, water, improving. Man, we know what's going on. I already know what's going on. You're gonna get me killed with these patents, but I respect it, girl. Hell yeah. Now we know what's going on. Facts. I read some of those patents you got up here too. I read that first one. I read that aerial electrostatic one. I read that one before. Hey, I'm gonna say this though. For those that need help, many don't know. I know. Shameless TV. We spreading the word, baby girl. I already know. We's trying to spread this word. Listen, man. I don't have the money to have the things. I have some shit, but I don't have nothing. You get what I'm saying? I don't have the money right now. I get paid in a few days, so I'll be okay. But right now, I pray no mass hysteria takes place within the next couple of days, because if mass hysteria does take place, I won't have a chance. You get what I'm saying? I won't have a chance at I have I got some shit around. I'm surviving around the house. I got shit, but man, and I'm gonna say this too. This is not a moment to where we're supposed to go on a panic buy and craze. You're supposed to have already been supplying and preparing for things that might come. You were already supposed to be doing that. You know what I mean? He said that's the reason inflation been keeping people poor. Exactly. So we can't prepare. Exactly. Already know. Look, life is so expensive. But see, I'm gonna tell you something. My focus never shifted. My addiction, see, some people are addicted to drugs, some people are addicted to this, some people are addicted to alcohol. My addiction is coffee. I like to smoke my cigars. And to be honest, my addiction is food. That's my addiction. I'm addicted to buying food because I realized nothing's more important than nutrition. And without proper sustenance, your body will perish. I mean that. And then I hate to say it like that, but I say it like this, y'all. The robots won't come out in America until most of us go away. The robots will be a relief to what we're about to have to go through, because the robots will come in a time where there's not much left. The robots will come in a time where you have to need somebody to rescue you in a place where it's ungoable by humans. Like, and ungoable is not a word, but a place that's not reachable by a human will be definitely reachable by a robot. And they'll be able to go in there and save people. They'll be able to go swim. They'll be able to do everything they need to do to prove their worthiness to humanity after humanity's great loss. Nah, you have to, man. You have to, shamelessly V. You have to. Especially as a female. I'm going to say this. Females have always been the preppers of life. Listen, all the females of life, the mothers, the grandmothers of life, the aunties, the real women of life, they have, not even just mothers, the real women of life, have always been preppers. The women are the ones who store the food. The women are the ones who store the flour. They store the sugar. They store the shit. They know how to store the coffee and this and that. The women are the ones who know how to store shit. The women are the ones who have the money stashed in the coffee can. The women are the ones who prepare for the rainy day. Grandmama always got some money. Used to always have money in her boobs. You asking for some money. It might be wet and soft, but you're going to get you some money. Because grandmama got money in her titties. She got money in the coffee can. She got money in her purse. She got money in the bank. She got money under her pillow. She got money in the doll case. Man, grandmama and the women be having preps all around. So women have always been the preppers of society. But see, now women need to prepare even more. Because when these savages like my boy T Electric, and shout out to T Electric. Shout out to T Electric. Hold on, this fucking mosquito. Damn, did I get him? I don't know if I got him. Anyway, I ain't even gonna worry about him. I can't get him. Anyway, shout out to T Electric. These savages that we're dealing with nowadays, they're so crazy, man. For real. The shit we're dealing with nowadays, women need to protect themselves times 20, times 10. They've been finding bodies coming up. They've been finding bodies in North Carolina, but the bodies that they're finding weren't drowned victims. The bodies were murder victims. There was somebody going around purging. There was multiple bodies popping up, and the police are telling people on the news that it's don't listen to social media. It's not a thing of like a serial killer or anything like that. They're saying it's not nothing like that. They're saying just it's coincidental, but it's tragic that it's about 7 to 8 deaths in this short time span and in this short radius. It was a bunch of them. So there's a lot going on right now, y'all. You got to keep your head on the fucking swivel. You know, bear or wasp spray, yep, may buy you time and isn't illegal to carry. Exactly. Shit, you better get you a taser, a bear spray, a stick, a knife. Man, you better use some protection, women, because women are the most precious resource and valuable, precious. Women are the most precious resource on earth. And I would say men and women, but to be honest, man, women are so precious, man. If we don't protect the women, we're fucked. And women should not have to suffer like they're suffering, but under the name of weather, under the name of geostorms, under the name of climate change. They used to call it global warming, but they can't even say the world is heating up because the world started cooling down and shit like that. The world ain't heating up like they said it was because it was not what they said it was. It was what they was trying to make it to have the impact on people to make people give up their freedoms. And that's where we're at with this shit. Now, they got full reign. They'll just spark up a storm and just blow you huff puff. I call it the big bad wolf. Because the big bad wolf, he will huff, puff, and blow you down. He'll blow your house down. But if your house is built of straw, it's going to fade away. If your house is built of wood, it might withstand. If your house is built of bricks, it might have a better chance of surviving. But what I'm trying to say is the big bad wolf is coming in and huffing and puffing and blowing everybody's goddamn house down. Whether it's a tornado, whether it's a hurricane, whether it's a geostorm, the big bad wolf is doing that. That's not man. That's the big bad. I mean, that's not God. That's the big bad wolf. These fucking deadly, tragic storms all the damn sudden over the last 2-3 years. Since 2020, the world is every storm, the most historic storm in the world history. This storm is very historic and is the largest, the strongest recorded storm in history. That's what they say it on the news every fucking month now. for the last 4 years, every month on the news. Broke a record, record heat, broke a record wind, record rain, record fire. For California burning down. Who the fuck lights cigarettes and throws them in the goddamn woods every year in California? It's always that one fucking white man on the bicycle, and he's riding in red. Where's Waldo? It's Waldo. Waldo's ass is always riding a bicycle in California, in the foothills in the mountains of California. And he's smoking a cigarette while he's riding. He's riding his bicycle down wearing his red and white Where's Waldo hat and his red and white striped shirt, like poking out like everybody. Everybody can spot him on every camera. He's very visible. He's very noticeable. But he always does like this, he says. What the fuck, man? And then from that cigarette, the whole state just burns every year around the same time. The big bad wolf, he has magnifying glasses too. You know, when you was a kid and you take your magnifying glass, you put it over the bugs and you go, and you got there, had that plasma laser beam. Yeah, listen to me. You know, when you was a kid, you remember when you was a little kid, I was one of them kids. I take my magnifying glass and I take it on that sunny day and I take it out there and I get my good angle on that motherfucker and I take that plasma beam and I'll get bugs and fucking burn them. That's no fucking different than the man. Boof. Woof. Did you remember what they did to Hawaii? And I'm not fucking joking. Do you remember what they did to Hawaii? Do you remember what the weather did to Hawaii, allegedly? I'm talking about, I ain't saying no, you can't blame no man for this. This is the big bad wolf. I'm talking about the big bad wolf. I'm not talking about no man. Do y'all remember what the big bad wolf did to Hawaii? That motherfucker took his magnifying glass and said, he had a super magnifying glass that only burnt cars but didn't burn trees. And then his magnifying glass was even so super magnificent that it didn't burn blue roof homes. And then I do a little research on it, and there was certain colors that could withstand laser attacks. There's a certain hue of blue that could withstand fire and laser attacks. Betty, what are you talking about? Oprah had one. Oprah's house was blue roof. A lot of rich elite people had the same blue roof. So maybe they had the same contractor who just said, hey man, this fireproof roofing right here, I suggest that y'all get this. It'll be about another $20,000 on there, but I suggest you get this fireproof roofing because sometimes there's wildfire problems in Hawaii sometimes. So I think it would be safe for you to just get this fireproof roof. The roof stops a fire from spreading from the side. It'll stop. Wouldn't the house get burnt down and the roof fall down onto the house? Hold up. Am I the only logical nigga in the world? Hold up. If a fire, because I lit many fires, if the fire's rolling and raging and the wind's blowing it, whoosh, it's just coming, whoosh, 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 whoosh. Fire's coming, right? And it's rolling and raging. It's blowing with the wind. The wind's making it bigger. Wouldn't the side of my house get burnt down before my roof gets burnt down? Or is that roof going to protect you from the big bad wolf's magnifying glass going over the top? Is that blue roof going to protect you from the big bad wolf's magnifying glass going over the top? Or is that blue roof going to just protect the top of the house instead of the side of the house? Oof. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I know it's not many people on here, but do you understand what I'm saying?
we're witnessing the big bad wolf destroy this motherfucking planet. I wonder if the blue man that consumed colloidal silver is something to look into. Oh, I know what you're talking about in Project Beams. I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about that nigga who, the dude who lived in the, I know what you're talking about. I don't know though. I don't know. It might be, I'm gonna say this. I only focus on things that matter for the grand humanity. That's like when earlier when what's her name? Hold up. When Take Heed asked me to say something about the little boy who got hung, I don't really give a fuck about one individual's case. I only would talk about the individual's case to prove a bigger point or just to make a bigger point. I don't really like to focus on one individual because if it's not the grand scheme of things, you know what I'm saying? No, I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. But at the same time, I don't concern myself with speculations no more because they already tried to label me as a conspiracy theorist before. So I have to be only factual and only evidential in the shit that I talk about. I can't talk about shit that I can't really show you and prove to you because then it'll be speculation and I don't want to get knocked for speculating some shit that's not proven. That's why for me, showing the news and shit like that, clips like that you can see, it's me dealing with things that are actually shown as reality. So the perspective on the news clips might be some bullshit, but it's actually showing the clip of what it is so I could break it down and show you. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to deal in shit that's not proven. That's why I only speak on real facts and reality. You know what I mean? I can't do the speculation because I'm too deep in the game. Like, if I say the wrong thing, my ass might be grass. Yo, why my screen up? Okay, if I say the wrong thing, it might be the end of me. You know what I mean? So you got to be very careful.
Here we go again, folks. Another timeline shift, and this one might be the biggest yet.
I hate this. Look, these motherfuckers is listening and shit. Hey, that's another thing too, y'all. There's that 2 moon thing going on right now. Cause I was watching one of Gina's videos, Gina Marie Colvin, and one of her videos, and Gina had the video where the two moons, right? I got the video with 2 suns about a couple years back. But see, I'm gonna say this, like I said before, man. These people have technology to make new suns and new moons and shit. So, or it could be alien spaceships. But I'm gonna say this: the alien spaceship wouldn't just shine like a moon. Spaceships have their own look. Even motherships have their own look. You know, like the big ships, like the Tiamat ship and the big old ships, they all have their own look. So I don't know that a spaceship alien would be looking like a fucking moon. You get what I'm saying? I don't understand that. Just located in a silver and nanoparticles protect human against DNA damage and potential for prevention scan. Hey, I used to take some silver nanoparticles back in the day. I had got this. Look, this chick had gave me the itchy one time. I was messing with this girl. She gave me the itchy. And I went to the doctor and they was like, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. So doctors wasn't helping me. They wasn't doing shit for me. So I still had the itchy. You know what I mean? So I started taking silver nanoparticles. I bought a silver nanoparticle kit off the internet. And I was taking it. And I was drinking the nano silver. And it might have worked. I don't know. It probably worked. It might did work. It might have didn't. I don't know. It did, I think. I don't know. But I say this. I did a whole treatment of nano silver when the chick gave me the itchy, man. That shit was crazy, bro. Like, that's another reason why I tell young men be choosy with sex and stuff, because it's a lot of people having diseases and shit out here, man. It's a lot of dirty people, man, you know, so you gotta really, you know, you gotta be careful, man. Because thank God I don't have the itchy now, but you know, when I was a young hot Thundercat, boy, that shit was crazy. And you know, doctors to say, "Oh, you don't have no diseases." I'm like, "Well, motherfucker, it's something going on." Because I wasn't burning on no crazy shit, but boy, I felt weird. That shit was weird. But this world, man, we've been under attack for a long time, y'all. We've been under attack for a long time, man. And all this shit, you know, it has relevance to it. Everything kind of correlates. You just gotta keep your eyes open, man. But I just wanted to get on here and say that, y'all, if we don't make it through this port shutdown, y'all just know I love y'all. If anything ever happens to the internet or communication, just know that everybody just know I love y'all, and I just tried to give y'all some good wise words of wisdom, you know, because I'm not expecting anything negative, but I'm gonna say this: those people in North Carolina don't got no phones. They ain't had no phones and shit for 6 days. Some of them don't got no town. Like, they're gone. They was in the house hunkered down. They're dead. You know, it's a lot of people dead. They got 130 some people, 128 some people confirmed dead. You know, we can't just take this shit for granted in life, man. So, for the people in North Carolina and all the states that got washed out by the big bad wolf's massive huffing and puffing, you know, I pray for y'all, man. For real. I just want to say, God, please have mercy on these people. But it's a lot of people who won't get no mercy. They won't get no mercy. They're not gonna get no mercy, because I'm gonna say this: the judgment has been made, and man doesn't give a fuck like God does. And when man makes a judgment, and the pen ink and the ink is dried, and the pen is, they sign off, man, that's your ass. It's going down. They're getting rid of all the small towns in America. If you don't realize it, you will soon. Some people are going to go through civil unrest in a few. When Donald Trump, whatever happens with this Trump shit, people are going to go through issues with that. I pray they don't. They tried to kill him. They tried to assassinate him twice, man. Listen, y'all. They tried to assassinate the president twice. You can't even take that lightly, like it's okay. And then you got evil Democrats saying, "Yeah, good, they should have did it." Yeah, shut your lame. You want somebody to top you because you believe strongly about your people? You want somebody to top you because you believe in something strongly? So your beliefs is good enough to get you blown off? That's how sick y'all are, you Democrat. Yeah, the Donald Trump, he should have got shot. I heard so many fucking losers say that, bro. People like that don't deserve to live. And I'm not wishing or condemning nobody's life, but people who wish death on other people don't deserve to live. Because how sick are you as a person to wish harm on another? You don't deserve to be here. You're in the way. So some of this judgment that's being placed on humans, whether it's by the big bad wolf or God, hey, some of this judgment is needed. I'm not even going to say it no other kind of way. Some of this judgment is needed that's being put on these people by God or the big bad wolf. Whoever's placing this judgment, some of it's needed. And I'm not wishing nothing on nobody. I'm just saying it's a lot of people on this planet who are just scum, trash, crash, trash. You know, and I really mean that, because like, how do you wish harm on somebody? How do you want to see another man fall? How do you out here killing people? It's young brothers out here who are killing each other, man. It's young brothers out here who are killing each other mercilessly, just like no problem. Oh man, these people are insane. Let me tell y'all something. Let me show y'all something, man. God bless these channels on these YouTube platform, bro. God bless YouTube people, man, because people, you know, it be people, real live people who make real content. Hold up, no, I don't even need to say it. I'm gonna spell it. I'm hungry, y'all. I gotta go eat after this. I just ate some noodles, but that ain't enough. I had some noodles with mushrooms in them. But that ain't enough, boy. I'm hungry. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all this. Hold on, where long this go? Hold on. Ah, man. Hold on. Let me see. Same people trying to. Okay, I read that one. Have you been feeling very fatigued? A lot of people said they do after the storm. I'm gonna say this. I can't sleep. Um, man, I can't sleep. Um, I can't sleep, and I feel not necessarily fatigued, but I be feeling drained sometimes, like drained and sleepy a lot. But then I don't sleep. So it's real, yeah, I feel drained, basically. Yeah, I do. I do. Feel drained and I don't sleep. And it's weird because it's been about 3-4 months, about 3 months now, about 2 months. Probably about 2 months I haven't been sleeping. And I know, I mean, you know, I'm not at total peace because, you know, my situation, I'm not at total peace. I'm like, you know, I need a wife, I need companionship, all that shit. So I'm not at total peace, but I am comfortable. You get what I'm saying? I just I just be dealing with whatever I got to deal with, man. Life is just gonna give you what it's gonna give you, man. You can't control a lot of things that are happening. Can't control a lot of things that happen. You just gotta brace yourself and get your mind right. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's your big homie, man. Let me see. Okay, boom. I slept 7 total hours from Thursday to Sunday. Damn, we didn't get the storm. Wonder why it's, man. Damn, man. I just know this, man. I'm on the coast and the storm hit me, but that shit didn't. It was, man. Listen, that was targeted for those small towns, man. I keep telling people your location. Your location could be your demise. You know what I'm saying? Depending on where you at, it might be sweet for you or not. But I love y'all. I'm gonna go in here and spend a little time, chill with them for it's bedtime, and then make something to eat, man. I got to go. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me as always, man. Man, one love to you too, Take Heed. I appreciate you so much, man. Blessings and blessings to all y'all, man. I pray we all make it through whatever they got going on because the big bad wolf's not playing, y'all. I really wish y'all stop thinking about, you know, the trivial things in life and start understanding this big bad wolf ain't playing with us. This nigga is not playing. He gonna spray something on you. He gonna stick something in you. He gonna do a lot to you. You know, you gotta stay out the way. Cook your food, stay at home, stay out the way. Go to work, go home. And you know, it's hard because I'm gonna say this. I want to go out and socialize. But I'm gonna say this. I'd rather just keep my spirit protected and keep protecting my kids more than trying to be a social fucking butterfly. You get what I'm saying?
These times are not the time to play. We don't need no, like, I need to be alive, so I need to be wise on everything I do. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all for being here, man. Let's go, man. Big homie, big baddie. We're gonna see how this shit turns out. We're gonna see how this shit turns out, man. I pray for the best, but I see what's going on, you know. I'm gonna just say it like that. I pray for the best, but I see what's going on. It's your big homie, big baddie. Y'all stay smart, stay safe, stay out the way, man. Let's go.